Today we're talking about how to test a stroke of a tuned stroke machine. I usually say put a finger to it to kind of feel the stroke and feel how that machine is hitting. I spend a lot of time at conventions and I see people that really don't know what they're doing. So I thought this would be a helpful video to show people how to test out a machine to see if you like it, or what we're actually looking for when you see somebody put a finger to a machine and kind of test that stroke. So first and foremost, a lot of people call this a coil machine or a hybrid machine. This is neither. This is a rotary tattoo machine. It just has a tuned stroke. It has a mechanism that makes that stroke asymmetrical. So it comes down with snap and it comes back softer. There are hybrid machines that incorporate coils and rotary motors. This is not one of them. They're few and far between, so know the difference. A coil machine has coils, armature bar, springs. It's got all the components, but mostly coils. So if it makes noise, it doesn't necessarily just make it a coil machine. It's still a rotary. So when I'm testing this machine, I'm holding it in my tattooing hand. I'm right-handed. I'm holding it in my right hand. When it's running, I can feel the vibration. I can feel what that machine's doing, and that's what I'm going to feel when I'm tattooing with that machine. When I turn the power on, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to touch just brush the tip of that stroke and feel, is it thumping my thumb or is it pushing my thumb away? That's going to tell me if it's a good liner or not. If it's a good shader, or am I going to have to do a lot of that hand movement myself? Is the machine going to do its job, or am I going to have to make it do its job? So that snap on the very tip of the stroke, that's what's going to tell me that. If it's pushing my thumb away, then I'm going to have to do a lot of that work myself. As I add resistance to that armature bar, what's happening is the thump completely going away? Is there a spongy spot where you add pressure and there's a dead spot, or does it provide consistent pressure all the way back? What you want is consistent pressure all the way back. So as that stroke meets resistance, there's still power and penetrating power all the way through the machine. You can feel the back of the stroke. So instead of feeling here, you can feel here, but that's unnecessary. If you feel here, it should feel different than here if it's a tuned stroke machine, because the backstroke is different than the downstroke. So primarily, I'm feeling underneath the armature bar. That's what you're feeling when you're feeling what this machine is doing. After that, I'm going to turn the voltage down, and I'm going to see how this machine responds to slower cycle speed. So as the cycle speed goes down, does the punch or push go down with it? If I turn it all the way down, does it still have penetrating power if I want to adjust the voltage down that far? Then I'll turn the voltage up, and I'll bring the voltage up to a point where it's right at the tip top of where the highest you'd ever run it, and you're going to feel what the machine does and how it reacts to that. So I'm going to do that now. This battery has a jump start feature, so I start it and then I connect the leads. So as I'm holding this machine, I'm holding it with my right hand, and I'm touching the very tip of that stroke. And it's thumping my thumb, it's not pushing it away. So I know it's a good machine. I'm adding resistance, I'm adding that feedback. It's got punch all the way through the stroke, all the way to the back. I'll turn this machine down. This is as low as the battery goes, 4.5 volts, and it still has a nice thump. Penetrating power all the way down to 4.5 volts. This is 5.5 volts. On this machine, unloaded, I can't imagine ever needing to go higher than this. It feels like it's going to take my thumb off. Stroke characteristics are still the same. Super snappy on the tips, and responds with punch all the way through it. What you don't want to feel is that you have to be there to get that punch. You don't want to have to go to the tip top of your voltage peak to get that punch that you want. You want that snap and that power throughout the whole power band of that machine. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys can utilize this the next time you're at a convention or somebody hands you a machine to test out and feel. But yeah, this is a great thing to learn and know when you're shopping around for a tuned stroke machine, or really any machine with an armature bar that you can feel, and just makes you a better, more educated consumer. So yeah, thanks for watching.